Welcome to the 13th podcast. So tonight, guys, we haven't done this before on TikTok whatsoever. So this is our first time doing a podcast on TikTok. So bear with us, please. So we'll introduce ourselves. My name is Mortis. I'm the owner of the 13th podcast. Above me is Corey. He's the other guy, a part of the podcast. And we got Andrew, the other owner of the podcast. And then right next to me is Jacob. He's another guy that is a part of the podcast. We discuss a few things about the paranormal, not just the paranormal, but everything beyond the paranormal. The stuff that people don't really believe in, the stuff that just people think that it's just bizarre that it even exists or doesn't exist. So we're discussing everything about the paranormal, where it began, where it happened, how it happened. We are also paranormal investigators. Andrew and I did our first paranormal investigation back in October in Marion, Ohio, at this place called Old Whitey's Bar. Didn't get shit, but that's normal, right? So other than that, this is the team, guys, and we people that is in the chat right now. Appreciate you so much. So definitely just smash your wipe your
lens off here real fast.
Absolutely. So Andrew, Corey, Jacob, how are you guys doing?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, bud. Jacob, how are you, man?
Not too bad.
Corey,
Doing great.
good. So tonight's episode. It's torture. The aftermath of torture. And then where it happened, and do we think it's haunted? The blood, guts, and gore stuff, we'll keep it to the minimum, to the point so we don't get flagged, but we will get down and dirty and detailed with everything as much as we can. And if you guys don't like it, let us know in the chat. And if you do like it, let us know in the chat. Other than that, let's start off with Andrew, man. What have you been up to, man?
I work.
Good. That's the sign of torture. Working.
It's torture.
Yeah.
Working. Every day's working is super. I don't like it. What are your thoughts on like old school medieval torturing?
I think it was necessary.
Do you think it was necessary?
There we go, getting juicy already.
Oh my goodness. So you think medieval torturing was extremely necessary?
I mean, he's got a point. It was necessary to get to where we're at now. Like, we would have never... we had to evolve past that point.
Like it had to be done.
But
Yeah.
some of those things are still practiced in other countries. Like, there's some countries that still crucify people.
Really?
They still crucify
Yeah.
people?
Yeah. I was reading an article and it said this is still practiced in some countries until today. It is a slow and painful execution in which the victim is left to die while tied or nailed to a huge wooden cross. This is the most popular form of execution due to Jesus Christ's crucifixion. And that right there has to really be one of the most stucky torture methods. Because, like, it's not a lethal puncture wound. Your hands and feet aren't necessarily lethal. You'll bleed out eventually, but it's going to take a while.
But would you think that it's like... Do you think it was less frowned upon then than what it is now? Or do you think there are still people out there like our laws in execution or death by a penalty or death penalty by like electric chair, which they don't do no more?
But we don't do that no more.
But we do lethal injections.
Yeah, which is a lot more humane. It's depending on how people look at it, it could still be wrong, but I mean, usually if you get a lethal injection, you probably deserved it.
I was just about to say that. If you get like the death penalty or something like that, you probably did something horrible.
Because it's also pretty hard to get the death penalty nowadays.
Anybody down to try out?
Yeah, the last one to get the death penalty is a rotten egg. The race starts tonight.
Here we go, guys. Yeah, we don't need that. We don't need no death penalties. Yeah, but I think between modern torturing and the Dark
Okay, but
Ages.
what is modern torturing?
It's
not like-
Taxes,
Not
working.
like fetishized.
I don't. Dude, honestly, we do some torturing, especially over in the military, when we capture.
Yeah, if you're talking like cartel stuff and things like that. But then, like, that stuff's just sloppy, though. Like, ancient torture methods were organized and well thought out, and
Look at the toy
Yeah.
box
There's
murderer.
laws you could break to do that.
Yeah, but look at the toy box murderer, dude.
that's different. That's a whole nother episode, to be honest.
That's a
That
sick.
is a
That's a sick man.
sick person. Jacob, have you ever heard about that case?
No.
Yeah,
can
well,
look
look
it
it up on a
up.
rainy day. I wouldn't do it right now, but
No, okay.
there's a video on it. You just watch it. It's sick.
It's, you hear the whole tape. Oh, it's crazy. Yeah, but the sign of like torture and of modern times, dude, that's not as morbid as the medieval times and stuff, the Dark Ages.
I think it's worse.
You think it's worse now?
Yeah, we have the tools to do it.
Yeah, but it like, I mean, yeah,
Everybody
but
tries to recreate what they've seen in a movie or seen back in the Dark Ages or medieval times. But that torture, the type of torture that was organized back in the medieval times, you had to do something to get tortured. Nowadays, they just do it just because. I seen it on YouTube. That's cool.
now
I mean, it's kind of true.
to get all subject real quick, I just need to clarify this with Andrew. Do you know this Gypsy Rose girl that's going around right now? The one
The
that
girl that got out of prison for
murder-
killing, she killed her mom, and then she just got released out of prison.
So like, okay, so I don't even want to get a story about it, but I'm not about it. I think it's wrong that the fact that she had her boyfriend come all the way to her house, and murder her mom, and then they escape, and then they both get caught, and she only spent like 8 years while he spends
He's not out. He's not getting out.
I think he's life. I think it's life in prison for killing. But I think there's more to
They
the
did.
story. No, yeah, but dude, they released her. Now she's famous. They're doing a reality show. They made a movie about her. But
But
it's
to be fair,
That's
the
modern
mom was
time.
the mother was very bad. It's not like she just killed the nicest mom ever. She was
the mother
very
was
abusive.
sick. The mother was a sick
she-
person. But I still
You know
don't.
that Munchausen syndrome stuff?
Mhm.
That's torture right there. That's like you're torturing your child.
I just think it's sick. So, but when you get into like medieval or just old school torturing methods, they're bad. They're so bad. I know we discussed, I don't know when about them, but like the blood eagle or the blood angel, what's it called? The blood eagle?
Yeah, it was the Blood Eagle. That's where they cut their back open and they had their lungs
Ex-
pulled out of their back as wings.
It's nasty, man.
Yeah.
But dude, this is stuff.
But is that medieval?
I don't know. I
Dude,
don't.
so I'll bring it back. Like ancient torture method. Do you guys know the names of them? Like any of them? Do you have a favorite from back in the day?
Mine so far is definitely the blood eagle.
Blood Eagle? Jacob,
Hands
which
down.
one do you think grabs your attention the most? I'm a basic
Oh.
bitch. I like the Iron Maiden just because of metal music.
Phew. That's a rough one too.
That is a very rough torture method though. But
I
like
don't know many ancient ones. I'll have to.
not necessarily ancient, but the well-known ones. Like what's your
Andrew
favorite
likes
out of
waterboarding.
that? That's fucked.
That's bad.
Yeah, that's.
Well,
terrible.
he's smiling like he likes having it done to him.
It's okay.
Is there a story behind that?
Hey, thanks for the follow. Thanks, Braden. Appreciate you, bud.
I don't know that much about medieval torture, I guess. When it comes to torture, I mean, I guess I think of you got to think modern time is hostile or hostile. All the hostile movies is torture.
Oh gosh, those are rough.
And
But
that's
I-
what is it?
Saul?
Soul, that's torture. Yeah. It's torture games. I mean, torture has such a variety
Mhm.
because it's in so many different subcategories for torture. But if
Braden.
you're going spiritual torture, you've got, demonic torture,
that's
and
true.
how supposedly, since Corey's not a demon, somebody who believes in it, he's just a worshiper. Um,
Where do I worship the devil?
they torment Christians and non-Christians through legal. It's kind of like a legal binding contract in a way for demons to torture you. You have to, the legal binding contracts through Christianity or through faith would be drugs, excessive alcohol, anything that's against the Ten Commandments, witchcraft, Wicca, occult, Ouija boards, seances. They even say that yoga is part of a binding legal contract for a demon to torture you
Oh no, of course.
because it's Hindu chakras which invoke millions of gods. Is what
See,
they
that's
think
what I've
yoga
done.
is.
I don't even want to stumble into the religion conversation because we're trying to talk about torture, but I
I-
could go on about religion.
Hey, thanks for the follow, Lynn. Braden Thompson just said, "You guys look like you make jokes a lot, like one of
do.
those prank channels, you know." Absolutely. Oh yeah, there's.
Hey, we need to set up an impractical jokers, but call it like extra practical jokers. And then, like,
Very funny. Hey, Lynn, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. No, but
get Andrew mic'd up out in a Walmart.
oh shit, no, we don't. He'll get kicked. He'd probably get us all kicked out. And shit, but it'd be funny as
Yeah.
hell. But I think with like the modern torturing, and with you saying with the demons can be a sign of torturing and stuff. And again, guys, if you guys are not like, I wouldn't say spiritual and stuff. I'm a skeptic when it comes to the paranormal, so I don't really know. I don't really know about the paranormal, but Andrew over here is a huge believer into the paranormal. Corey is also basically kind of like me. He just doesn't know. And then Jacob, where do you stand into the paranormal?
I stand about the same line as you and Corey.
So you're pretty skeptical. Okay, that's cool. I'm convinced a little more after Andrew and I did our first paranormal investigation up in Ohio, up in Marion, and it made me understand. There's a reason why Mandy, the owner of Ghost Sisters, is so into this. There's got to be a reason why.
You just got to find your reason.
Yeah, I don't think it's the money aspect, but I think she also sees. Hey, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you so much. I think it's her motivation of. I truly believe that the medium stuff, dude. She scared the hell out of me. But the paranormal is a wide variety with all this stuff. So, so I do agree with Andrew on that. I think spirits, demons, witches, and all these other just things out there, they can torture you. Especially like
It's like a mental torture,
Mental torture.
destruction type thing.
and it's a sign of
schizophrenia.
like manipulation
Yeah, schizophrenia.
is the scariest thing. It's the first sign of torturing because, dude, you can, if you're smart enough, you can manipulate anybody to do whatever they want, whatever you want.
Yeah, look at American Psycho.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's a pop culture reference, but I mean, there's people out there that are actually like Patrick Bateman.
Yep.
I
But
would imagine to that extent, you know. I mean, that's like me sitting you down on my couch and, hey, Arthur.
Yeah, but if you think of all them serial killers from back in the day, you got John Wayne Gacy, you've got Jeffrey
Yeah.
Dahmer, and
Which they tortured their victims.
Bundy. They all tortured them, and they had millions of fans for it. They were getting fan mail in prison
They still
every
do. They
day.
still have a following.
They still do. Yeah.
Yeah.
because they murdered
They're
people.
like,
Yeah.
it's something that like you would think that you'd want those people to be kind of like tossed in a garbage can and like forgotten in history, but like
They're
Can't.
worship.
their name even, you know, like 30, 40, 50 years later from all that happening still holds just as much weight as it did when it all happened.
Dude, look at Jim Jones.
If not more.
Jim
not more,
Jones
yeah.
ran a cult. Not a cult, a cult.
Is that the Heaven's Gate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It started in Indiana at Heaven's Gate.
Yeah. Then it ended up in California, right?
No, some island, dude.
They were on Heaven's Gate was on an island. No,
No,
that's not the one
Heaven's
where they all drank the Kool-Aid. Heaven's Gate's different.
Heaven's Gate is his temple. That was his temple. Heaven's Gate. The what temple? I don't know what you're talking about.
So I think we're hold on. Let me look up who Jim Jones is because I think I'm thinking of a different.
He's the
call.
Kool-Aid guy.
Yeah. All right. So
He's
that's a different. Yeah. He's the one that made everybody drink the juice together. The one I'm thinking of is
What's up, Big Papa?
where they all wore the purple robes.
The Freemasons.
No, it was no. It was a cult called Heaven's Gate, and it was a mass suicide, but it wasn't with the Kool-Aid.
Is that the one they wanted to go to the spaceship?
Yeah, that's the exact one.
Okay, yeah, the spaceship in the sky. That's a weird one. That also has to do with like extraterrestrial bullshit. But anyways, back on track with the torturing.
That's exactly what it is too.
Oh, it is. It's 100%.
All extraterrestrial.
Everything
100%
is.
bullshit.
Oh, that's not bullshit.
You just said it.
Dude, hey, can we have? I'm not going to entertain this nonsensical opinion that Andrew has today.
So did you know there's an actual medieval torture museum
Yeah.
Yeah, there is.
in Illinois?
Is there? Oh, so there's one in Illinois.
Yeah.
What was the one that Jacob you showed me?
I think
Was that the one in Germany?
Like LA.
Oh, LA.
It's somewhere like West Coast somewhere. It showed a whole bunch of torture methods.
5,000
Blood
likes.
eagle was in there.
Let's see if you can get me up there, Landon. 5,000 likes.
Hey, Big Papa is a big supporter for the paranormal gaming.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Until I got banned.
Until I got banned. Yeah, some of the,
No, I got hacked, but it's whatever.
the old.
Yeah, I can't send messages right now on TikTok for some reason. I was gone on vacation, come back, and it said you can't send messages. I was like, what?
So have you guys ever heard of the thumb screws?
Yeah.
I think I've heard of that. Yeah.
All right, so thumb screws were.
I'm thinking of something different.
Yeah, that's right. So the
Thumb
thumbs,
screws.
the thumb. Oops.
Isn't that where they jam like nails or screws like right into your like fingernails?
Yeah, so
Like
they put a little thing of
Oh,
your
bitch.
thumb, and they twist it, and they keep twisting,
Yeah.
and they do one turn a day, and it gets deeper and
Oh,
deeper.
that's fun.
No.
That's
No.
not bad.
The
I
torture
remember
method.
reading it.
Go for it, Jacob.
All I was gonna say is I remember reading about it and I was like, that's terrible.
That's like somebody like peeling back your fingernail really, really slow. Oh my god.
No, that's like folding up this skin right here and then slowly like peeling it up your knuckle and shit.
Oh no,
I'll be
hey.
honest, I'd
Oh,
rather have
yeah.
that. I'd
Me
rather
too.
have the thumb screw.
Yes, other than that, absolutely. Hey, dude,
To have my fingernails messed with. Yeah.
hey,
nah, I'm
imagine someone peel that back and they take a toothpick. Bam! I don't know what it is with toothpicks.
No, you got some Indian dude in a tree. And he's like, check this out. Shoots a fucking dart into it, dude.
I don't think that would be too bad. It would go through quick.
It'd be quick and easy. I mean, it'll
Oh, dude,
hurt.
you know how bad that would hurt?
Oh, it would hurt.
This torture museum in Chicago looks pretty dope.
No, but what I was gonna say was compared to these other torture methods, the one that's my absolute like favorite, besides the Iron Maiden, of course, is what they did in the Vietnam War, dude. Where like fresh bamboo would be growing, and they would tie people flat onto the ground where that bamboo was growing, and bamboo grows so fast and it grows strong. It would grow through their body over the next couple days, so they would be there strapped to the ground for like days, suffering as bamboo just grew through their stomach, through their chest cavities, and all that stuff.
I
Like,
read
Wow.
about that. Dude, I would lose it, man. I would go crazy.
you don't have a way to end your own. I
Right.
won't say the word. I won't say the word on TikTok because they don't like the end of self word. But
Yeah.
What about when they used to lay a board over the person, and then the townspeople would put one rock on that board, and eventually
crush 'em?
It'll just crush them. Yeah, that's what they did in Salem, Massachusetts, back in the Salem witch trials.
you know the one that's also really 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 messed up. It's the one where they put you in that like iron thing. It's not the Iron Maiden, but
The bull?
The bull
Yeah.
where they heat you up, dude.
Mhm.
That
Yeah,
one's
they would
that
put
one.
fire underneath it and then they'd put you in it, and like as you're screaming, the nose of the bull would kind of like muffle it to sound like a bull, like was like,
That's
like yelling.
terrifying. Wasn't
Yeah.
it? Ugh. What
And
about?
apparently, I'd read somewhere like the person that invented it was like showing it off and
Yeah,
accidentally
the
got
brazen
locked
bull.
in there.
The
Yeah,
brazen
like
bull is
the
what it's
person
called.
that invented it got locked in it and got burned to death. The
Mm,
entire time he was screaming, it just sounds like a bull, like yelling.
that's awesome.
They have the execution of elephants, or by execution by elephants, which originated in India. They would just literally like
Makes sense.
tie you down and stomp you to death with elephants. Like that would suck.
Oh my gosh. What about the What about the rack? Where
From
they
Saul?
No, where they stretch you
Oh,
very
okay.
slowly. See, that was throughout
Yeah,
the
no, like
Europe for centuries. Came in many forms, but here's the basic idea: the victim was tied down while somebody on a mechanical device usually cranked it and turned the reel and tightened the ropes and stretching the victim's bodies until the joints were dislocated. A continued pressure could cause the limbs to be torn off, such as torture known as being the broken on the rack. That's
dude,
oh
that sounds excruciating. But I think I just stumbled upon probably what would be my worst fear of torture, and it's called the punishment of non-existence. And it's not really as doable nowadays as it was back then, but
thanks, Landon.
it's the removal of a person from memory. So, for instance, the name of a person may be scratched away from public inscriptions. In addition, statues of a condemned individual could be reworked and the faces of their images mutilated. So, like, they wiped their faces off of paintings back then. They would remove their name from all records, all documents that might have ever had their name. So, basically, they erased that person from ever existing in history.
So they just like pretend that they never existed.
It never
Just
existed.
ignore
That
'em.
person had no remembrance after they died.
I don't like that.
Like that's scary, right? Because like the whole idea of us as humans is like try and leave something behind for the ones we carry our life on with, like our children or
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
brother or something like that. And if you were to get scratched out completely from history, it's not nearly as possible to do it nowadays. It still probably
Right.
could happen, but like the fact that that person, like there's people that happen to and nobody knows who they are, like that sucks for the family trying to figure out where they originated from because they have nowhere to go, like based off of their like origin.
Yeah.
See, and
I'm
that's terrifying.
I'm reading one on here, and it's called boiling.
Mm.
They would
Just
literally,
boiling?
yeah, they would strip the person down. They were placed in either a pot of boiling liquid, usually water, oil, or tar,
Mm.
and then
Dude,
before they
tar,
were placed
Oh.
in the
free wax.
boiling water, they were placed in like cold liquid, and
Oh
then
yeah.
they'd be put into the boiling water,
Oh.
and then they'd be in that mess. On here it says that some people were boiled up to 2 hours before they finally died.
Yeah. So what the cold liquid would do is it would shrink your skin and make it more firm. So when you're boiling, your
Yeah.
skin expands and it hurts
Ooh.
worse.
Yeah,
Could you imagine? It'd feel cold.
that's
I mean,
kind of like when you go to like
If it's hot
someone's
enough,
house.
yeah.
It's kind of like going to someone's house and they got like a pool and a hot tub, and you like get in the pool and then you like go to get in the hot tub, and then the hot tub's like really like super hot at first.
yeah. Oh
I
man.
might be
It's just
sick
like
for
that.
this, but I
What?
think I just thought of my own torture method. So you take no, yeah, hear me out. This is pretty fucked up. You take somebody in a freezing temperatured room, right? And you impale them with ice shards through their arms. And then whenever they're impaled, they have that hole through their arteries, right? You turn the temperature up so it slowly melts, and then they'll slowly start to bleed out of those holes because that ice is no longer blocking them from the blood coming out. So like over time, like the ice will melt, and they're strapped up obviously, and then they just bleed to death.
That's terrible. That's
How about I
terrible.
would
About
like
the
to,
Iron Virgin.
what's that?
That's me.
So that's when you would be placed in a coffin of spikes, right? They'd put the lid on you, and they'd slowly crush you
Oh,
day by day. So you're
What does that got to do with
claustrophobic.
virgins?
You don't. It doesn't actually kill you. You just eventually die from it.
I
By
get
the
it.
That
time
makes
that it
sense.
closes, you're already dead.
Oh, I see.
How about I tie somebody down, and their mouth is wide open,
It's just BDSM
Oh, God.
at that point.
and I take fingernail clippers right to their front tooth.
That
To-
actually doesn't hurt. Ow.
If you do it high enough to expose the
If you
nerves.
get the nerve.
Yeah, if you hit the nerve, yeah, but like
That's
if
what
you're
I'm
just
talking
looking-
about.
Good luck with fingernail clippers, though.
Oh no, dude! I'm getting them the horse clippers,
Nah.
dude.
You clamp their tongue, pull their tongue out, and brand that bitch with
No, I'll
some-
fingernail clipper someone's tongue, the tip of their tongue.
God, dude.
That'd be a fun
That
one.
just sounds
No.
like
Check this out.
fun.
What's liquid nitrogen? You coat it on their teeth and just fucking punch their tooth, dude.
You'd be fine. Your nerves will be frozen.
No.
Until they're
Yeah.
not.
Okay, I'd be
No,
about
that was just kind of a reference to Friday the Jason X movie where he fucking takes that girl's head, dips it in the nitrogen, and slams it on the table, and her head just shatters, dude.
That was a bad kill.
I shouldn't be. I'm getting excited talking about killing people. I shouldn't be doing that.
No. Yeah, there's another one, which is the Iron Maiden. That's Corey's favorite. Why do you like the Iron Maiden?
I was gonna sing some lyrics, but I'm not gonna do that. But it's fucked up. They put you in this spiked coffin, and then they like ask you questions, and it was like they used it as like a judge device. Like they would. It was weird. Like they would. I'm trying to explain like what I like about it. I mean, it's kind of simple as in terms of torture. It's like you just getting a door closed on you, like with
Yeah.
spikes, and then you just. I don't know. It looks cool. I think it's the look of it that really appeals to me.
I think it would hurt. Especially, just imagine you're the person that has to shut the doors, right? And it's your first day on the job, and he says, "Son,
Yeah,
come
you're
over
getting
here."
your 1 ruble per hour.
He said, "You know you just started, but I need you to shut these doors as hard as you can." And you just could you imagine the screams or the gargles and just ugh. That would be terrible.
Thy door grippeth was. Never mind. I'm not.
There's one on here that's kind of like the boiling. It's called gridiron. And it,
Oh, the gridiron. Yeah, I seen that one earlier.
Yeah, where they just roast people on like a massive grill. They're placed over fire or burning coals. And some people were covered in oil first to ensure proper broiling.
Right.
What
I mean,
about?
I would say the most common torture method that exists nowadays is stoning. In other countries, they stone pedophiles, they stone rapists, they stone all them people, and that sucks. Getting stones pelted at you for hours, dude.
Your face would be
They
so
deserve it, though.
swallowed.
Sick people.
What about the pear of anguish?
What's that one? Elaborate.
The choke pear consists of a metal body divided into a spoon-like segments that could spread apart by turning a screw. So it would do this. It just keeps spreading open. The device was the device was inserted into the victim's mouth and slowly spread apart as the screw turned.
That's not.
So it would like dislocate their jaw.
So
or, like, break it.
it would completely annihilate their
Shatter.
lower.
I would imagine it would break their teeth
So-
out and everything.
It looks like a size of probably like this
It's
big.
like a pear, right? It's like that thing that looks like a pear.
Yeah.
And then you twist it, and it opens and opens and opens, and then it, yeah. Mm. That's
No
that
thanks.
ancient ball gag.
Yeah, no, thank
What
you.
about like Chelsea grinning people?
Hey, that was that Chelsea grin is more so of well, no, that's the Black Dahlia murders. Those are pretty muffed up. But the Chelsea grin, that's rough. I couldn't do it. I don't know how people did it. Oh man. The saw. You guys just imagine what the saw is. What do you think the saw is?
It's the one where they saw them in half, upside down, right? Yep, straight in between the legs first. Yeah, we saw that in
Terrifier.
Terrifier, the first one.
That's yucky.
Jacob, have you ever seen the second Terrifier movie?
No.
You need
Have you
I
to.
don't
ever
think I've
seen
seen
the
any
first?
of them, matter of fact.
Oh my god, bro.
I've never seen it.
What about the
We're
knee
talking about a
splitter?
messed up horror movie. Knee splitter.
Yeah.
What about it?
Used frequently during the Spanish. The knee splitter was naturally used to split victims to. So basically, it looks like a square, and in the middle are these wooden spikes, and then there's threads on the things, and they you turn them, and the spikes keep on, basically just go through your legs, and just basically splitting your knees in half. I don't like that.
Yeah, I just seen the knee splitter. Oh, that looks painful. It's better when you got a picture description of it. Oh boy. The head crusher. It's like a vice grip that you slowly twist down and crushes somebody's head. It's like there was way quicker ways to kill people. It's like it makes you think like the people in power were the ones that created these methods to kill people back then.
Yeah.
Like where did they think that this was humane? Like okay,
Is it
like how?
psychological warfare? In a way.
I guess because they would show that the rival territories like, hey, we do shit like this. Don't mess with us. That kind of thing. But it was also not that. It was also control within their own, kind of how the government does it to us, but not as brutal like that. You know, like they would do that to people that would step out of line from the government back then
Yeah.
to prove like if you try this, this is what will happen to you, and then it made everybody fall into order.
But like, where do you think they these torturings has happened? Like what are some good?
Everywhere.
But like where is the most known? You know?
I would say ancient Greece, ancient Rome definitely has a lot. Egypt was probably had a lot. Ancient like China, I'm pretty sure had some pretty funky stuff going on. Nazi Germany had a lot of horrific torture methods.
You think?
Oh,
I think we all know about Nazis. Good lord, what was that one dude that? Well, that's a different subject, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the Angel of Death?
Yeah.
I'm reading this one on here. It's called The Tub.
That don't
This
sound
is-
right.
And it says convicts placed in a wooden tub with their head exposed were regularly fed, so they eventually swam in their own feces. Soon, worms and maggots from their rotting, feces would eat their bodies alive. The executioner would also cover them in milk and honey to allow flies to feed on them.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. About them. There's one about the swamps too, where they used to do the same thing. They just put them in swamp water, and then they fill them. They inject them with like this sweetness stuff, and the bugs just fucking eat them. Yeah, that would be rough. I don't know how about I don't know. I just think right now. What about and then the mice are terrifying. What mice can do to you?
I've seen there's this one medieval I don't know if it's medieval or not. It's some sort of torture method that they used where they'd set like a upside down basket of like mice on your stomach and the mice would like eat through you to get out of like that out of that like enclosed like basket. I don't know what it's called, but I'll have to look it up.
Here's a question. We'll start with Andrew. How would you want to be tortured?
Fingernails.
No.
No,
Nah,
God, no.
if I was asked, now you gotta think when these
Someone
people,
comes up to you
when they
and
do
they're like, "We're
torture,
tortured."
You think about 50 Shades of Grey.
yeah, I'm okay with BDSM.
All right, but anyways, but yeah, well, how would you want to be tortured? to your death.
So I'm getting tortured to death, or I'm getting tortured to be psychologically fucked up for the rest of my life. Because that's a lot of what torture is. It's psychological warfare. It's to fuck
Yeah,
you
a
up.
lot of
Let's-
torture
leave
methods
you
weren't
fucked up.
necessarily meant to kill you.
Okay.
You
have
just eventually died because of shock or
you
infection.
have
Or...
no hope whatsoever.
So I'm just getting tortured to death.
But you don't know that.
Oh, so I get a bag over my head thrown in a van and, hey,
well,
choose
you
your
get
torture,
to
you're
pick your
dying.
method. What would you like? Dying, psychological warfare. It doesn't matter. Out of any group, which one would you prefer? That's me with some boobies right now, man. I can say boobies on live.
Slice of rat, maybe?
Boobies.
What is it?
The rats?
Just a slice of rat. Why not, dude? Just throw it in
The
a pot,
rats?
put it on your stomach, heat the pot up, take off.
No.
Eat me up.
Bro, pick
No.
the most disgusting and most painful one, I feel like. That would suck.
No, I would say the Spanish spider is pretty gruesome and pretty disgusting. Dude.
What's a Spanish spider?
I'd rather not say on live.
Oh, dude, talk about it.
Try to be
Torture
dis-
technique invented for women.
Oh,
Okay.
never mind. Never mind.
No, it's not like that though. It's an instrument developed to mutilate the body's fleshy parts, particularly the breast. The tool was heated to white, then fixed on the flesh. The victim was then suspended, which amplified the pain and bleeding it would result.
And that was actually a poem. He rhymed.
Owie.
He thrust
So-
his fists against the post and something insisted he still sees a ghost.
I think. All right. What about you, Corey? How would you want to be tortured?
The intestinal crank's pretty cool too.
No, it's not. That's disgusting. Oh, that would feel terrible. How would you want to be tortured?
Buried alive.
Fuck that, dude.
Ooh,
That'd suck.
That would be
Because- That's
That's like the
terrible.
last one I would pick is being buried.
No, because
alive.
the thing
That's one of my
is
biggest
you would-
fears.
You would go crazy mentally. You would mentally break before you died, and I feel like at the point where you died, you'd be in a state of psychosis to where you didn't even realize you died.
I'm gonna say you're crazy. Absolutely nuts. I would not. I would
It's
not.
better than having rats eat through my intestines.
Yeah, it doesn't
Why?
hurt. That hurts, man.
no, it don't. You
Jacob,
eventually
what-
shock out, bro.
I would.
Jake?
Yeah,
Arthur?
yeah.
Someone?
I would want.
The cage.
No, I don't. I got my. I'd rather probably the Blood Eagle, dude.
Really?
Yeah, if I'm gonna go
Really?
out. Oh yeah, if
Where
I
they
want to go
rip the
out.
ribs off? Isn't that one
Let's-
where they rip the rib cage out of you?
Yeah, that's the one where they pull their like lungs out of their back.
They rip the
Oh.
rib cage, they expose them, and then they lay the lungs in between them. Yeah, man.
You're crazy, man.
I would do it. I'm gonna go
You're
out
crazy.
hard, man. I don't know. Not when it comes to not. Probably waterboarding.
That's boring. You have to have another torture technique with that, so it's more intense.
Okay,
like the
crushed. Nah, I don't know. I don't like being. I don't know, dude. I'd say
rat.
probably.
I think the Iron Maiden or the Iron Virgin would be good for you. You're claustrophobic. It's spikes that just penetrate you very slowly until you just get infections and die.
I'm gonna go with the
Iron
thumb
Virgin
breakers,
is
dude.
Just the blow up Iron Man doll.
Oh, yeah, I'm going with the thumbs. I don't know.
That would be a long death, though.
It'd be
Dude,
painful.
thumbs, dude.
The
There's no
thumbs?
artery.
Nah, dude, I think I'd go with the pear thing.
I don't think that'd kill you.
I'd
think-
live off welfare the rest of my life.
You got a
Solid.
point. Yeah, solid point. Yeah, I think that'd be fun. What about you, Jacob?
There's this one called crocodile shears.
Explain.
And, it was used in people who attempted to assassinate the king. The crocodile shear is heated before it is used to clamp and tear off the person's appendages.
That's what you would want.
Okay, that doesn't sound
He's a
fun.
weasel.
It runs in the family. It runs in the family.
Just once a month, you get a limb cut off. So you're living for at least.
Well,
What
the
do you
thing is
consider
they would
limbs,
heat
dude?
it up so it would cauterize the wound. You wouldn't bleed out from it. You would just lose your appendages and you would be fine.
You'd just be sitting there in pain. They would
Ye-
feed you every day, and
Hey.
you'd have one less arm every other month.
You got the
until
dude
they-
next to you, and he's just like, "What'd you
Hey,
lose
how's
today?"
it going?
Dude has you fucking go up to a dude that has nothing. He's just a body, and his name's Matt.
No, you see the guy, and it was the same dude that was there yesterday, but he was already missing both arms and both legs, and it's like, "What'd they take from you today?" And he just looks at you like, "You don't want to know."
He took my butt
That was
cheeks.
useful anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. I think just the
What
torturing.
about the cage?
Explain. Is that a really small cage?
No. So you'd get put in a cage, and then they would hoist you up, and then you'd get eaten alive by birds.
Mm.
Yeah, I read about that one.
No,
That would take a while.
that would take a while, dude. But you get how much infections
What's
you
up
would
with your
get.
thumbs, Arthur? That would suck.
What?
The thumbs one you wanted to do?
Yeah, dude. Just pop them out. What if someone took a screwdriver and jammed it up into your gums?
I've been okay with that.
Oh, good lord.
I mean, it depends on how far up.
Yeah, it's going up there, buddy. It's touching your brain.
No, I'd say the worst torture method would be the human centipede.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
good on
Yeah.
that, dude.
That's,
Yeah, I'm fine, dude.
I'm
That's
fine.
probably the one I wouldn't do.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't like poop in my mouth.
You know, if I was forced into it, I would just have to be in the front.
You don't have a choice. The luckiest person is the fun. You want to bet? This
Say
shit's,
luckiest person's the end.
how do you say?
Why?
You get to shit it all out.
Yeah, but you have to eat shit.
A lot of it.
Fuck it.
2 people worth of shit. If we're talking the first movie, if we're talking the second, we're talking like 11 people worth of shit. And if you're talking the third, you're talking an entire prison's worth of people's shit coming through you.
Yeah, you're right. So the middle would be best.
The middle,
Yeah,
the front. You're eating the food
No,
and then
no,
you're
no.
shitting.
yeah, but you're not having any enjoyment. That means they can come and stick your dick in your mouth, dude. All you gotta do in the middle is you gotta eat some ass. All you gotta do is visualize and think it's something
No,
else.
no, Andrew.
Yeah.
Think about,
No,
like, the smell, like all day, you'd have to like smell that.
I'd be all right with
That's
it.
Oh my god, dude.
You only gotta smell one person's though if you're in the middle.
Yeah, good
Right.
point.
If you're in the front, you gotta smell all 3 mugs.
Nuh-uh.
And then most likely he's
All
gonna
right.
make you eat that.
The 4 of us are. All right, hold on. I'm gonna put our names into a spinning wheel. This is a scenario. The 4 of us are getting put into a human centipede. This is how it's gonna go in order from 1 through 4.
Are you putting us on a wheel right now?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh God. All right, put it up. Put it up, Corey.
How do I
Put
do
it-
this?
Put it up on Discord. Share your screen.
Okay, hold on.
Dude, I hope I'm the very front. That's all I'm saying. I hope I'm in the front. All right.
Oh my gosh. Hold on. I'm trying to get rid of that pre-made name that was there.
What's this test? Did you
So-
see? No, did you see the other test?
Hey yo!
Get that off there.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right. All right. All right.
Ooh.
So whoever this lands on is in the front. All right.
Okay. Okay. Damn it!
That's unsatisfactory.
All right.
Alright.
This is who's eating my ass. Okay.
All right, don't say that.
Yeah.
Oh
All right,
no.
who gets Andrew's bush Wookie?
Dude, that's
You're definitely
bad.
with me, I swear to God.
Yep, you're done. Oh,
So that means Arthur gets Jacob's. Oh man.
Arthur
Yes.
gets all 4,
Oh yeah.
all 3.
That's
Man,
not
I
fun.
wish he would feed me cat food. Should I take that test?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that's. Oh, that sucks because now I'm in back and I want to have some stinky breath.
Hey, but at least you'd get to like try and projectile launch it to the wall or something.
What's the purpose?
Paint the walls so
What was the
nobody's got
purpose
to
of
eat
me
it.
even doing that?
I don't want to do this. I'm not about it. All right, so I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. I just can't because I would dude, the massive amount of vomit.
Oh,
I'd
Go out, come in. Go out, come in with shit. And you're snorting it.
I'm gonna die. That's what's happening. I'm just gonna suffocate and die.
and then you got a guy behind you while you're in the middle of eating Jacob's bunghole, sticking little needles in your toenails. All right, have you ever seen the movie Tusk?
Yeah, I love that movie.
Would you rather go through a transformation like that or be in the human centipede?
I'm gonna be a fucking walrus, dude. 100%.
To be the walrus?
I 100%.
Have you ever seen that movie, Jacob?
That's
Isn't
a
that where like they turn that dude into
A walrus,
A walrus.
dude.
Yeah.
They turn him into a walrus. Yeah, it's so disturbing. It's such
Such
a
a good
disturbing
movie.
Not a good movie at all.
Oh,
Honestly,
it's
it's very
such a
sad.
good
There's
movie.
there's no good ending.
There's such a
Like-
movie. It's so good.
I remember watching that movie. I think like I was probably like a freshman or maybe younger, and it was like right when it came out. And me and my cousin Austin watched it together in his living room, and we just after that movie was over, I didn't want to eat. Like we just felt disgusted. We felt nauseous.
Mm.
But
Why?
we'd sit there and watch Human Centipede 1 through 2 because the third one wasn't out yet, and we'd be fine. No, I will say when I seen the Human Centipede 2, the black and white, that movie disgusted me wholeheartedly. Like that was foul.
Mm. Mm-mm.
But now I can sit there and watch like Terrifier and be like perfectly fine with it.
But why though?
I think I'm just desensitized to it.
I'm okay.
I mean, JC came over that one night and showed us American Guinea Pig.
Dude, that movie was rough.
Never seen it.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, you just don't even spend like it's 2 hours or like an hour and 40 minutes or something like that of what looks to be the realest torture video ever. Obviously, it's all fake, but
I think TikTok wants to see it. I think we should just go ahead and play it.
No.
yeah,
What?
yeah, no, it's like it's so realistic looking, dude. No,
Dude. That's so not fun, dude.
I can't do that. I don't know. I think I don't know, man. I don't want to. So do you think like when people, go through this torturing methods and stuff, do you think their spirits are there? Like you think
No.
they're haunted? You don't think so?
No.
Why?
If you're getting tortured, you have no hope for life. You might as well. Your soul's already gone.
Yeah, but do you think like they would stay there? Like their soul will be trapped.
That just depends on what's actually real about that.
I tell you
Do
what, Arthur,
actually choose
we'll
where you
get
go.
set up. We'll find out. We'll set Arthur up. We'll put him through the shit, and then we'll find out.
What did I do? I didn't do nothing. I mean,
No, I mean like, there's no way for any of us to answer that. Like even on a skeptical note, I don't know. That's just the only thing I can answer that with.
well, I would think that there would be the sound of torture, pure torture is left behind. That there's so much history in this building or in these woods or in a home or in a castle or in a freaking cave, anywhere that people have been tortured, I truly believe that it's going to be haunted. There is so much pain left behind.
We just gotta go to somewhere near like an ancient.
Can you
burial
truly
ground.
believe that, though, being a skeptic?
Because, dude, I don't know. I think I'm more than a
Contradict yourself some more.
huh.
Contradict yourself some more. It's okay.
Well, I'm always contradicting myself
You're
because
indecisive.
I'm so indecisive. But it's just when it comes to stuff like that, I would think that they're trapped. I think that souls can get trapped when people get murdered and stuff. You know, there's an untold story or an untold thing that has happened in their life that they haven't been able to complete. So they're trapped here. So when you get dismembered and murdered and tortured and just downright just harmful, lawful pain and death, I think you're trapped here. The
What if we
unexpected.
did like turned you into a Coraline doll? Like sewed buttons to your eyes.
You can do it. You can do it. I think it'd be
I need to find a better place to set this up so it's like always up in the door or something back there. It'd be cool.
I don't
Maybe
know.
get Wiley. It's all fun.
I think I don't know. Like how would you think like with like what are the catacombs? Are the catacombs like some fucking crazy thing too?
I don't think that was a torture thing. That's like a burial thing, right?
I don't know. What's up, Amber? I don't know. I don't know anything about the catacombs. I just know as above, so below. They made a movie about it.
Terrible movie, by the way.
Corey. Amazing.
It's not a good movie.
It's such.
No, that's like the worst of found footage that you can get.
How?
Hold on,
How?
I'm about to make this even worse. I also think Blair Witch Project was terrible, the original
Oh yeah.
and the remake.
No. No. The original story is cool. The movie was not good.
I think every single Paranormal Activity is great.
Every single one.
All of them.
Maybe up to 4, but not the other ones.
I think they get better after 4.
Oh God. Oh.
Because then they start embracing that they're a movie and stop trying to be what they're not.
Well, I like
And
the
they
fact.
just get wild.
I like the fact that it's like
The first one though was terrifying.
Oh,
because
my
you went to
God.
the theater and you're like, is this even a movie?
yeah.
Or is this like security footage from some couple's home?
Oh my goodness, dude. But did I kind of find out that was a demon, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's
Well,
been basically haunting this
See,
girl.
originally I don't think they had the plan to make it a demon. Maybe no, it was a demon because it was aggressive as hell and it possessed her at the end of the movie. But they shouldn't have carried it on like they did after.
Like the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They like tried to make this an entire like storyline thing to follow.
I thought it was cool.
Just didn't work.
I thought it was
I was
interesting.
kidding. I don't really like those movies. I do like Blair Witch Project, but I was just being satire.
Okay, so the Blair Witch movies. The second one was stupid. Go, Andrew.
Hey, yo. The Paranormal Activity movies are good. They're good after 4. The marked ones? I forget the others because they're not that good, but still.
I forget the others because they're not that good.
No,
I was
the-
waiting for it. I just the awkward silence, man.
But you got to think, Blair Witch when it first came out in the '90s, it was the first of its kind, and how crazy realistic it was terrifying. I think what was more terrifying when that first came out was the fact that it was found footage and everybody believed that the Blair Witch was real. And that's when it came to the old saying, I'm so scared right now. Yeah, you're scared because you just got possessed by a witch or cursed or whatever the witches do. But when it comes to witches, man, when Andrew had me listen to the Exorcist files, dude, that's scary. That is so scary. And I think when it comes to witchcraft, I think that's more a sign of manipulation. But what they do is absolutely insane, dude.
Yeah, it's just a hardcore BDSM, dude.
No, it's not.
Dominatrix. Yeah, it is.
Well,
all
basically, but man, the witches, man, I don't.
It's psychological warfare. Are you bone ripping right now?
What are you doing? Is that a bag? I don't want to know.
It's protection.
Okay. Don't you fucking do it.
I'm scared, dude. I need some of this demonic protection in my
Don't,
life, man.
don't you do that to me.
Carry on, man.
I can't.
I just want to see how big it can go. It expired.
Oh. I don't know. I think what are your thoughts on some witches? Oh, dude, you're still on the camera. He's blowing up a balloon right now. But I don't know, man. I think
I mean, you can consider that torture.
yeah, witches, yeah. Just blow it until it pops.
You always do what Arthur did: put it over your head and make your nose bleed.
Oh, dude, I
Oh.
remember that. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh my god. What are you about to do? This ain't good. I hope it breaks on him. It's
I hope
gonna...
he gets pregnant.
it broke.
It broke. Got a big hit.
Yep.
Must have been Durex, not Trojan.
That fucking hurt, dude. It snapped on my eyebrow.
Oh shit, that's funny.
Oh, bro. It's not like it's getting used.
Facts.
Damn.
So what are your where do you think they did any what's the most you guys ever did any torturing?
No.
No, I'm just asking.
Self-mutilation?
Oh yeah, I've done a lot of self-mutilation. Yeah, self-fellatio.
Hey, I didn't say that.
I didn't say it
Hey,
either.
self-fellatio?
No, I didn't, dude. I've said it fast for a reason.
I'm slow.
What about you, Jacob?
What?
What are your
Dude, now
thoughts,
my
man?
hands are greasy feeling.
I don't know.
You don't know?
Well, mine is a blank canvas right now.
Blank canvas.
Can I
I feel
draw on
that.
it?
I can't think of nothing.
I'm sure I've tortured cats.
All right, I think that's the show.
You said if we ever tortured before.
That's the show. Oh shit. Well,
I used to torture my brothers.
that's a sign of torturing. I got beat up by my brothers.
Yeah, psychological warfare.
I don't think
Yeah.
I ever really beat Jacob up. I used to beat Ethan up.
I feel it.
My brothers actually used to torture me.
I remember there was this one time. This was like so long ago. I was like first grade maybe. But Corey and my little brother got 2 laundry baskets and made me get in them, and they flipped them upside down on each other and taped them together. They wrapped tape around it, and I was trapped in the laundry baskets and I couldn't get out. They tortured me like that forever, dude. It was horrible.
Jacob, you said you've never tortured anything? Remember when you killed my rabbit, bro?
Alright, dude, that wasn't intentional, man. I was
It was an
little.
accident. I know. Mom shouldn't have left you alone with my rabbit.
What'd you do?
He accidentally put Speedy under a like tote and like sat on the tote and suffocated him. He was like brain dead. He didn't die like instantly, like he died like a few days later. But Jacob didn't know. Jacob wasn't even like, he was like maybe 3.
Oh, poor guy. He didn't even know.
Yeah.
I remember I cried so hard when my mom called me and told me my rabbit died. I was in
Definitely
Tennessee
going
at
to
my
hell for
dad's.
that one.
Nah, you ain't going to hell.
Dude, that sucks.
You didn't know any better.
Be up at the pearly gates and he's gonna whip the paper out like.
That's funny shit. All right, cool. Andrew, do you have anything to say before we end this? Thanks, bud.
You're welcome.
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you. And that's a wrap for the 13th podcast, first episode of season 2. Now, check us out. Yeah, Prathium. Again, guys, check us out on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Amazon Music, Apple Music. Well, Amazon Music, Apple Podcast,
Yes.
Spotify, iHeartRadio, all that other fun stuff.
Podbean.
The 13th podcast. I'm Mortis, that's Corey, that's Andrew, and that's Jacob, and that's the show.
Mexican chinchilla.
We found parts of the bodies all over the house, in places you wouldn't think. The funny thing is the heads have never been found. Hands and feet and things like that. But no heads.
Cool. That was fun.
You were muted the whole time, too.
No, I wasn't.
Remember I accidentally shot Jacob in the head with a metal BB gun whenever he was like 1.
Yeah.